my song. I don't care what they think about me, and I don't.
Top 15 songs from 1981 that time forgot. But today, we're bringing these classics back into the spotlight where they belong. If you think you know everything about 1981's music scene, prepare to be surprised by the untold stories behind these chart-topping hits. Ready to discover which song lingered at number 2 for a record 10 weeks without claiming the top spot? Here, we'll tell you more. Let's start.
Kid yourself into thinking that she don't.
Number 15, A Woman Needs Love Just Like You Do. Ray Parker Jr. and Raydio. Behind the 1981 hit, A Woman Needs Love Just Like You Do, stood a musical mastermind who already shaped countless hits from the shadows. Ray Parker Jr. had spent years as the guitar wizard behind legends like Stevie Wonder, The Temptations, and Marvin Gaye before stepping into the spotlight with Raydio.
From yesterday, no longer.
The track responded directly to changing social dynamics. As women's liberation gained momentum in the early 80s, Parker crafted lyrics acknowledging that relationships should be equal partnerships. This progressive stance resonated deeply with audiences experiencing a cultural shift, like a new dawn breaking in relationship dynamics. Number 14, Rapture by Blondie. While Ray Parker Jr. was mastering solo studio production, a blonde bombshell and her new wave band were busy hanging out in New York's underground hip-hop clubs, absorbing a revolutionary sound that would change music history forever. In the gritty clubs of early 80s New York, where graffiti-covered walls vibrated with innovative beats, Blondie immersed themselves in the burgeoning hip-hop scene. Debbie Harry, guitarist Chris Stein, and producer Mike Chapman crafted a seamless blend of disco beats, new wave sensibilities, and authentic rap verses. Harry collaborated directly with hip-hop pioneers Grandmaster Flash and Fab Five Freddy to ensure authenticity in her delivery and references. The music industry initially pushed back. Radio stations refused to play a pop song featuring rap, viewing the genre as too raw and uncommercial for mainstream audiences. Number 13, Queen of Hearts by Juice Newton. Just as the music industry struggled to embrace Blondie's genre-bending approach, a similar story was unfolding with our next hit. In 1979, Dave Edmunds recorded Queen of Hearts, but the song went virtually nowhere on the charts. 2 years later, Juice Newton picked up this forgotten track and completely reimagined it. Producer Richard Landis transformed the song with fiddles and a quickened tempo, turning the rockabilly original into something fresh that perfectly showcased Newton's distinctive vocals. Like a caterpillar emerging as a butterfly, this complete reinvention defied categorization.
I don't care what they think about me, and I don't.
Number 12, Being With You by Smokey Robinson. Speaking of chart success in 1981, sometimes the best songs almost slip away from their creators. Smokey Robinson, already a Motown legend, nearly gave away what would become his greatest solo achievement. After writing Being With You, Robinson had actually intended to pass the song to Kim Carnes, but Berry Gordy had other plans. Gordy, hearing Robinson's demo, immediately recognized his potential and convinced him to keep the track, predicting it would become his biggest solo hit. His intuition proved correct.
I don't care about anything else but being.
In the studio, George Tobin, transformed Robinson's sound by adding atmospheric synthesizers and gentle percussions, steering him toward contemporary adult contemporary that departed from classic Motown arrangements. Robinson initially hesitated about the song's directness, concerned that the straightforward lyrics abandoned his characteristic poetic complexity. Number 11, Morning Train, 9 to 5, by Sheena Easton. Before American Idol or The Voice existed, the BBC pioneered a talent search format with a show called The Big Time. In 1981, this show introduced the world to a Scottish vocalist whose journey from unknown singer to chart topper happened almost overnight. Sheena Easton captivated viewers of the nostalgic BBC program with her powerful vocals and natural star quality. When songwriters Flory Palmer and Kenny Leggett's catchy tune about a traditional relationship landed in her hands, magic happened, even though the lyrics about a devoted woman didn't mirror Easton's own life. In America, Easton's 9 to 5 was renamed Morning Train to avoid confusion with Dolly Parton's identically titled workplace anthem. The song's momentum combined with Easton's landing the James Bond theme For Your Eyes Only sent Morning Train to number 1, remaining in Billboard's top 10 for 6 impressive weeks.
Look at what's happened to me.
Number 10, theme from the greatest American hero, Believe It or Not, by Joey Scarbury. While Sheena Easton found fame through a talent show, our next hit emerged from the world of television in an even more unexpected way. In 1981, veteran TV composer Mike Post was tasked with creating a theme song for The Greatest American Hero, a quirky new superhero series about an ordinary man who reluctantly receives extraordinary powers. Post and lyricist Stephen Geyer crafted Believe It or Not,
Just like the light of a new day.
a song that perfectly captured the show's fish out of water premise with its uplifting melody and relatable lyrics. Joey Scarbury's earnest vocals brought the inspirational message to life. The song became the rare seedling that outgrew its planter, reaching number 2 on Billboard, spending 10 weeks in the top 10, while the TV show withered after just 3 seasons. Decades later, the song remains a cultural touchstone long after viewers forgot the reluctant hero who inspired it.
And no, I know all about those men.
Number 9, Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon. After the cultural phenomena of a TV theme song, we turn to a much more personal story that almost didn't make it to radio. In 1981, REO Speedwagon frontman Kevin Cronin transformed marital turbulence into musical gold when he wrote Keep On Loving You as a heartfelt apology to his wife during a difficult period in their relationship. The band initially resisted recording this soft piano ballad, fearing it would alienate fans of their hard rock sound. Their reluctance only changed when lead guitarist Gary Richrath added his now iconic guitar solo. Like a phoenix rising from ashes, this simple apology transformed into a definitive power ballad that would define their career. Even with this musical breakthrough, their record label remained skeptical until witnessing concertgoers' enthusiastic response to the emotionally charged anthem. Number 8, I Love a Rainy Night by Eddie Rabbitt. Creative inspiration often strikes in the most unexpected ways, and sometimes the seed of a hit lie dormant for years before blooming. For Eddie Rabbitt, lightning literally struck twice. First, during a thunderstorm that inspired him to make a simple tape recording, and again 12 years later when he rediscovered that forgotten tape. The recording, capturing the gentle patter and atmospheric rumble of rainfall, became the foundation for I Love a Rainy Night. Rabbitt collaborated with Even Stevens and Dave Malloy to transform this sonic fragment into a fully realized composition blending country roots with pop accessibility.
With a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life.
Number 7. 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. The urban cowboy trend that helped Eddie Rabbitt wasn't the only force bringing country artists to pop prominence in 1981. When Dolly Parton reluctantly stepped onto a movie set for her acting debut in 9 to 5, she couldn't have imagined that her perfectly manicured nails would inspire music history. While filming with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, Parton made a discovery. The sound of her clicking acrylic nails together created a rhythm that caught everyone's attention. This simple sound became the typewriter-like intro that opens the song. With her band and producer Greg Perry, Parton transformed the nail clicking into an anthem addressing workplace inequality.
Never give you credit, it's enough that
9 to 5 masterfully merged Parton's country sensibilities with the film's feminist message, creating a crossover hit that topped both country and pop charts while earning her an Oscar nomination and Grammy Award.
So bring your good times.
Number 6. Celebration by Kool and the Gang. While Dolly Parton found inspiration in her fingernails, another cultural phenomenon was brewing when a veteran funk band discovered divine insight at exactly the right moment. Kool and the Gang had been performing since the mid-1960s, but by the late 1970s, they needed musical resurrection as their relevance waned. Their fortunes blossomed when experienced producer Emir Deodato joined them, infusing their sound with a fresh perspective from his jazz and funk background. The creative phoenix rose when band member Ronald Bell, reading the Quran, discovered passages about creation and celebration that provided the spiritual foundation for their defining hit. The band crafted the melody and lyrics collaboratively, with James J.T. Taylor's distinctive vocals carrying the jubilant message. Released in January 1981, Celebration transcended musical boundaries, becoming the universal soundtrack for life's milestone moments nationwide. Number 5. Jessie's Girl by Rick Springfield. As Celebration dominated social gatherings, another hit was climbing up the charts by tapping into a feeling we've all experienced, wanting someone who's already taken. In 1981, Rick Springfield found himself in a stained glass class where he developed a crush on a fellow student who was already in a relationship. That unrequited attraction became the emotional foundation for what would become his signature song. Working with producer Keith Olsen, Springfield channeled his youthful longing into a power-pop anthem with an irresistible hook. Despite the actual boyfriend having a different name, the catchier Jessie stuck in the final version. Springfield's role on the popular soap opera General Hospital created a perfect storm of cross-promotion. Television viewers became music fans, helping propel Jessie's Girl to the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, remaining in the top 10 for 12 weeks. Number 4. Just Like Starting Over by John Lennon. TV wasn't the only powerful force shaping the hits of 1981. After stepping away from the spotlight for 5 years, John Lennon was ready to reclaim his voice with Just Like Starting Over. He had dedicated those silent years to family life with Yoko Ono and their son Sean, finding personal renewal away from fame's demands. The song emerged from the deep artistic partnership between Lennon and Ono. Their Double Fantasy album functioned as a musical dialogue, each contributing songs reflecting their individual perspectives and shared journey. Producer Jack Douglas crafted a nostalgic 1950s rock and roll feel with warm, reverb-drenched sound and slapback echo on Lennon's vocals. When Lennon was murdered on December 8, 1980, weeks after the single's release, lyrics like "It's Only the Beginning" took on a heartbreaking finality, transforming this musical rebirth into a farewell. Number 3. Lady by Kenny Rogers. While Lennon's final chapter was being written, another musical transformation was happening in 1981 that would shatter genre boundaries. Kenny Rogers had his sights set on pop chart domination, and he made a bold move by approaching Lionel Richie, the R&B hitmaker from the Commodores, to write him a song. Richie fancied a genuine challenge. He'd never written country music before. Inspiration struck in the most unexpected location, Rogers' studio bathroom. Richie had his eureka moment while seated on the toilet when the phrase, "You're the lady in my life," suddenly materialized in his mind. Rogers' producers initially doubted whether Richie's R&B style would work with Kenny's country sound. Their skepticism quickly evaporated when Lady topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks, becoming one of Rogers' signature songs and proving musical boundaries existed to be crossed.
Every breath that I take.
Number 2. Endless Love by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. Fresh off his success with Kenny Rogers, Lionel Richie found himself facing another creative challenge that would reshape the charts. When Italian film director Franco Zeffirelli approached Richie, he composed an instrumental theme for his movie Endless Love. Neither man could have predicted what would unfold. What began as a simple instrumental piece evolved when Zeffirelli suggested adding lyrics and a female voice. This creative pivot led to a groundbreaking pairing at Motown. Although Diana Ross and Lionel Richie had been labeled mates for years, they had never collaborated musically. Their partnership created an unexpected cultural phenomenon. With barely any rehearsal time, they recorded a duet that captured an immediate, natural chemistry. Their complementary voices formed a passionate musical dialogue that transcended the film, becoming a defining moment in pop music history.
She got Bette Davis eyes.
Number 1. Bette Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes. Musical lightning can strike twice, and 1981's definitive hit came from the most unexpected source. A 7-year-old forgotten track that underwent a complete transformation. When songwriter Donna Weiss brought Jackie DeShannon's little-known 1974 country folk tune, Bette Davis Eyes, to producer Val Gary and vocalist Kim Carnes, magic was about to happen. Like a phoenix rising from forgotten ashes, Carnes and Gary reimagined it with cutting-edge synthesizers and Carnes' raspy vocal delivery. This created one of the decade's most unique sonic signatures, mysterious and perfectly suited for Hollywood's most formidable actress.
She got Greta Garbo, stand up.
Bette Davis herself sent personal thank you notes after hearing the tribute, adding cultural validation to the hit that dominated Billboard charts for 9 weeks, cementing its place as 1981's biggest hit. As we've seen throughout this musical journey, 1981 was truly defined by the magic of creative partnerships. The power of artists stepping outside their comfort zones and finding new artistic voices through collaboration created some of the most enduring hits in American music history. These songs endured because of the chemistry between songwriters, producers, and performers who brought unique perspectives to each track. Their creative risk-taking forged emotional connections that still resonate 40 years later. Which collaborative story moved you the most? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more moments like this one.